És már vissza is tértem. Jó, így már talán meg lesz. Ja, boci. Nem tudom, nekem tetszenek ezek a erősebb kontoros grafikák. Mint amely volt a Borderlands-nél is.
Was it Pat Garrett's posse?
Oh yeah. I heard the shots and I knew I had to move fast.
Szükség lesz tapasztalatpontgyűjtés, ez a szintlépéshez. Meg szintlépés is van a játékban. Gyűjtögetni való is van, ha már itt tart.
I decided to help Billy and the boys out a bit. So that's just what I did. As the governor of New Mexico was paying for the kids' apprehension, Garrett was able to hire every gun hand in Lincoln County.
Vér az szépen fröccsen. Egyébként. Távolra kóboroltál a történettől. Bocsánat, hogy megpróbáltam lekerülni őket.
I knew that going through that front door meant putting my butt in a shooting gallery, so I decided to get sneaky.
Az mi az? Hát itt a gyűjtögetni való. Vadász közelharcos, revolverhős, dupla revolver, ranger és távolsági mesterlövész. És itt ilyenen belül mik vannak? Tehát először ki kell fejleszteni ugye egyet, és utána vagy erre el lehet menni, és ha megvan így 3, utána rá lehet menni arra, hogy az adott fegyvert is kiizélni. És például a sasszem. Vadászpuska. Nem hangzik rossznak. Dupla revolver. Nem tudom, de ez kicsit jobban tetszik, hogy gyakorlatilag lepattan róla minden negyedik lövés.
Garrett's men were running around like a bunch of chickens with their heads cut off. Still, one of them reached the water tower. Not a bad idea. It would be a turkey shoot from up there.
Ó, mondjuk ez jó, hogy meg lehet szakítani az ugratöltést a revolvernél is.
Luckily, these shooters Garrett hired weren't the sharpest tools in the shed.
És el lehet kerülni a halálos lövéseket.
The right position is very important. Personally, I prefer to be on top.
Oh, you do, do you?
Indeed, darling. But where was I? Oh, yeah.
Nem tudom, melyik jobb, ez vagy a
A
Ranger.
lot of them were saddle
Mert mondjuk ez a
tramps,
Ranger.
sod busters, or drunken drifters looking to make a few bucks. Time to die.
Visszavesszük a 6 lövetet.
Then, I heard a friendly voice yelling at me from the window. Back door! We'll cover you!
Try aiming, you idiots!
Truth be told, things weren't much better behind the house.
Kicsit gyorsabbnak tűnik. Azért, mint a Ranger.
Cut their numbers in half. But that just made the ones that were left twice as mad. They made up for their lack of skill with a seemingly endless supply of ammo.
Ahogy tök, hogy belevitte a mesébe ezt a izét. Gyakorlatilag végtelen lőszerük van. És lőszer
It was a
volt.
bit of a slog, but I finally fought my way around the back of the house.
Egyelőre csak a kötelező gyűjtögetni valós cuccot találtam meg. Meg leugorja, ott víz van. Fölsétálunk itt. Hát.
And like that, I was inside, none the worse for wear.
Deader than a rat in a
I
trap!
passed Dirty Dave,
I'm putting you down!
and upstairs I
How
found
about
Billy
that?
and Charlie
Huh?
Bolton.
You like that?
Egy másik. Huszonegy gyilkosság, 21 évesen.
Billy looked at me and said, "About time, amigo. Grab a gun and get to the window."
Wait, so you were friends with Billy the Kid?
Yeah, sort of. Anyway, we were surrounded by dozens of deputized shooters who wanted to do us harm. I'm telling you, Garrett's men were dropping like flies, but they just kept on coming.
Keep this up all day! I think I got one!
Kicsit jobban tetszik az évita revolver.
Where the hell Garrett's
That's when Charlie got hit. They're catching us in a crossfire, shouted Billy. Get to the other side.
Egyébként nem rossz játék pedig. A fejes, kapta.
I don't know how many of those cocksuckers I personally put down, but it was pretty clear, even to Billy, that maybe discretion was the better part of valor.
What's that mean?
It means that it was time to cut and run. They got a Gatling, Billy shouted. Get the horses and bring them round back. I'll draw their attention.
Ez belefakadt az istállóból.
He directed that order at me, and I thought, why the hell do I have to do it? But I went anyway.
Hol az istálló?
Dumbass that I was back then.
Those poor sons of bitches are
Many
done
would have
for.
fled in my place. But I had that false sense
Miért nem
of
halt meg?
invincibility that many young men have.
Most nem
Like Jack
akarsz.
here.
What are you saying, old man?
Jack, he's just joshing with you.
Yeah, he better be.
Mr. Graves, please continue.
Please, call me Silas, man. Now, where was I?
You were heading for the barn.
Hamarabb is meg kellett volna halnia.
Gonna cut you a new one!
Csatt a közelharc. Egy jó fajta csicskító.
Making my way past the pass of fallen foes. Get around
Sounds like Garrett hired a whole regiment of hired guns.
Yeah, and just when I thought I was done with them, more of these hapless bastards would pop up. Finally, I had the stables within my reach.
Meg a sok tyúk közelébe. Tyúki, 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 tyúki. Megtaláltam minden izét.
And that's when I met Sheriff Pat Garrett.
I read that you went toe-to-toe with him, sir. That backstabbing bastard with that tacked-on tin star.
Jó képű, önhit.
You challenged him to a showdown.
You read that in a dime novel?
It said he showed no fear as he took your measure with eyes like a rattlesnake. And that you killed him in a fair fight.
Is that what that Penny Dreadful said? No, boy. That ain't what I meant when I said I met Pat Garrett. So let me start again. I finally reached those damn stables.
Ez az első izé, ármat. Úristen, még ez retek szar volt, legalábbis retek szarul csináltam, de...
Stepped inside, and... Last thing I heard was Garrett's voice. That's not Billy.
And go on, how did it end?
And, boy, that was just the beginning.
Most vettek kezdetét. Jó, hát... tisztességesen is. Megtaláltam mindent. Oké. Egyelőre nem, még maradunk így.
So what happened? Did Garrett arrest you?
Yeah, after I came to, the bastard had clocked me with his Colt.
And the kid surrendered?
When he realized there was no getting out of there alive,
So they locked you up in Lincoln?
Így telement.
indeed they did.
Telement az FPS szám, most
Sentenced
tud
me to hang
átvezetőni.
right along with the kid.
Fogalmam sincs, hogy ezt miért csinálja. Valamiért nem tetszik neki az árvezető.
It's important to know that I was only riding with Billy so I could find the bastard I was after.
Lincoln Burton.
He was with John Kinney's gang, and they were sworn enemies of Billy's regulators.
Mesterlövész, revolver. Egyébként szerintem puskánál csinálok még valamit, mert... Erre. Meg erre.
Why were you after him?
I owed that son of a bitch a bullet for what he had done to me and mine. Instead, all I got for myself was a goddamn death sentence. Luckily, it was right around then that I heard Billy make his move. He shot Jim Bell and a few other guards as he made his getaway. Later, they wrote that some lady friend planted a pistol for him in the privy. What the papers didn't say is that Billy helped me escape too. My first order of business was finding a firearm.
Itt már 4 van Billy a kölyöktől. 4 ilyen cuccot kell találni. Oho.
Luckily, I located Deputy Bob Ollinger's mean-ass shotgun.
Hangos, mint a mennydörgés. Tehát egy shoti. Egy két
I
lövető
saw Billy
shoti.
through the window, and he yelled that I should take to the rooftops to make my escape. So I did.
Anybody see Billy?
Son of a bitch shot Jim Bell! The kids escaped raised a huge ruckus. Hell yeah. That scatter gun was like a double-barreled howitzer. It could blow a man clear off his feet. You hardly had to aim the damn thing. Guards were everywhere looking for him.
Anybody see him?
Mondjuk igen, de ekkora távolságra... De... Jó, ott gondolom, hogy akkor lent végtelen mennyiségben vannak.
I had to jump from roof to roof like a damn alley cat. I followed the planks where I could, but some of that wood was slippery as hell. The whole town was up in arms. And suddenly, I was a fugitive.
Garrett's gonna kick our ass! Can't have gotten far!
Then he broke out of jail.
Violence is not the answer.
Azt mibe?
So that bastard you were after, what did he do?
He did me and my family a grievous harm. But I knew if I was ever gonna find him, I would need to get my ever-loving ass out of there. I tried to be stealthy and sneak my way past.
This town doesn't have a moment's peace.
You! But hell, if they weren't all waiting for me. Apparently, some of them thought I was Billy.
You hooligans can go to hell.
We're gonna be in deep shit when Pat gets back. Don't let him get away.
Engedte, hogy ezt a pici részt itt levágjam, mert hogy történet szerint ugye ott körbe kellett mennem.
See, me and the kid shared a certain similarity in build and coloring. I was just glad I had Deputy Bob's mean-ass shotgun.
De ennyire, ez meg azért ennyire nem csőgörény szimulátor, semmi.
We're gonna be in deep shit when Pat gets back. God damn you! I don't get paid enough for this. Give it up! Surrender yourself!
Bum.
I've got this! Get your headstone!
There's children here.
So much lead was whizzing by my head, it was like everyone in Lincoln wanted to put me in the ground. I knew I needed to find a horse. Though I never did have a great fondness for those four-legged grass eaters. Smelly, sweaty, ungrateful beasts. We prize them too high, if you ask me.
I got this!
Hát nem tudom, hogy melyik fegyvert fogom sűrűbben használni.
You're threatening the lives of innocent people.
Ezt vagy a izét. Shotgunt.
Town's going to hell in a handbasket!
But where was the kid while you were busy getting shot at?
Gone.
Ezeket
And
lőszerek.
that's when it occurred to me why
Meg lehet
Billy
cserélni a
set me free.
sörétest a sima puskára. Cseréljük.
Respect for decency?
So I could be a hapless
Még
decoy
quick time
and draw
event is van
attention
benne.
while he snuck out of town. I knew if I made it out of there in one piece, no one would put a price on my head.
Because everybody in Lincoln would be dead?
No, because they all thought I was Billy, and all that blame would fall on him. Meanwhile, Deputy Bob Ollinger was organizing a posse to put me down. He was already a mean son of a bitch, but he was doubly pissed that I stole his mean-ass shotgun. Anyway, it was me or them, and the only way forward led me straight to perdition. But the cards were dealt, and I had no choice but to play them.
Jó a puska, egyébként. Egész távolra is előbb, gyakorlatilag egy hitel. Egész gyors az újratározása. Tűzsebessége is. Eléggé pontos is. Fasza egy fegyver. Azt ott. Akkor még nem megyünk oda. Nézzük, hogy erre mi van.
I guess Billy saved your ass, taking out Bob Ollinger the way he did.
Billy didn't kill Bob.
Well, sure he did. He dispatched him right after he shot Deputy Bell.
No, sir. Because Bob came right up behind me, angry as hell that Billy had lit out. Hello, Bob, I said. I think you better let me go. And he says, I don't think so, boy. Not with my shotgun. So we stood there in the middle of the street, eyeball to eyeball. He intended to kill me, and I knew I had no choice but to defend myself.
Lassú szar voltam. Most meg volt.
Everybody saw I had no damn choice. Well, Lincoln got a mite depopulated.
Nem találtam meg mindent.
Pat Garrett gunned down Billy 3 months later.
De ez itt csak annyit jelent, hogy kevesebb XP-t kaptam, meg nem kapom meg a
So where'd
csacsit.
you go after Lincoln?
Mexico. Until I realized nobody was looking for me. I ended up taking a job at the Rurales.
The Mexican Rurales?
I was hired to help them track down the cowboys.
The most vicious outlaw gang in Cochise County? Curly Bill Brocious? Johnny Ringo?
Led by old man Clanton himself.
They must have paid you a pretty penny to take them hombres on.
Not really. But truth be told, I had my own reasons for going after those boys.
So was the bastard you were after now riding with the cowboys?
Roscoe Bob Bryant was his name.
Oh.
But no, this time it was a different bastard I was after. The aforementioned Mr. Ringo. And yes, he was working for old man Clanton.
Mr. Ringo. Egyet pillanat, srácok. Egy dingo, a neve Bingo. Ide harom a lövöldözéseket.
I hate fucking running.
I came upon them robbing a stagecoach, which wasn't surprising, being they were such murderous thieves and bastards. The bandits wore red scarves, so I knew they worked for the old man.
Over there!
I did my best to help those poor bastards.
Mennyi? Ők voltak hárman? Nem, ott van még egy.
Moments later, the attackers were dead. And I checked the stagecoach to see how many passengers were still breathing. None. It was then I wondered if the rocks weren't hiding more bandits. Was that all of them? Or did I just hit the rear guard? I quickly got my answer. They attacked from on high like Apaches often did. They would appear in great numbers from above and rain down lead on their hapless enemies' heads, making use of the high ground and whatever else they had. Yep, the Apaches always appeared out of nowhere, and there never seemed to be an end to them.
Fogadjuk, hogy mindjárt visszatekeri a sztorit.
Hold on. Were you attacked by Apaches? What happened to the cowboys?
Did I say they were Apaches? I said Clanton's cowboys attacked me Apache style. I was in a pitched battle, but I was holding my own against an overwhelming enemy force. See, at the
Pedig
time,
majdnem.
I was still pretty green, but often blunder into regrettable situations. But I just kept shooting at anything I could see up at those damn rocks. I didn't see Ringo. I knew he was with the cowboys. He and Roscoe Bob had done me a dreadful wrong, and I was determined to have my revenge. But to get to Ringo, I knew I'd have to fight my way past these other assholes first. Unfortunately, I was running out of ammo. Another perfect example of my relative inexperience as a hunter of men. I immediately knew that a tactical retreat was called for, as my vengeful fury was much less impressive without the bullets to back it up. They managed to corner me. Trapped as I was, the odds of my survival seemed pretty slim. Luckily, serendipity was on my side as I suddenly spotted a way out of my predicament.
Kicsit variálja a
I
sztorit.
ran ahead as if the devil himself was after me. Bullets were whizzing by my ears, but I wasn't about to roll over and die.
Mi ez? Sörétes
I
vagy?
just kept running like there was no tomorrow. Because there wouldn't be. Clanton and his men caught up with me. As I was scurrying around those caves, I thought,
Azt kezd kifogyott.
what was I thinking? Going up against a gang like this. They were hunting me like I was game. I swear to God, that's how I felt.
3 lövés a 6 lövetőbe. Na, már csak 2.
And that's when something miraculous happened. Like manna from heaven, I found the desiccated remains of what looked like an Apache warrior. The old weapon next to him supplied me with some much-needed ammunition. Pat Masterson once told me it was more important to be lucky than good, and he would know.
És mi volt az a régi fegyver? Ez?
And imagine my surprise when I found a fistful of dynamite to go along with that ammo.
És dinamit.
That stroke of good fortune evened the odds and bolstered my confidence. It was time to turn the tables. Time for the prey to become the predator. Time for the hunted to become the hunter. Time.
All right, Jesus, we get it. They were right where you wanted them.
That's right, Jack. I was done running, and the old man's boys were not expecting that. No, sir. I came at them like a wildcat. My fury knew no bounds.
You're mine!
Mondjuk azért az jó, hogy a fejes az egyébként működik.
It was finally time for that old man to pay for his sins.
Hello? Gunslinger. Sok esélyem van a Gunslingernek.
Clanton, I'm coming for you! A little stealth might have made more sense, to be perfectly honest. Because that old fool had a Gatling gun and enough bullets to last him till kingdom come. But I knew I could not let that deter me. Not if I was to find and kill Ringo. I needed to get that old man off that gun.
Hopp, még átérek. Ezt tudod, hogy itt van a harmadik izé. Tudsz eltokba. Mondom.
Most everyone thought it was the Ruales who had come up against him in Guadalupe Canyon, but it was just me.
Ez lesz itt. Ne azt mondom, hogy nagyon sebzi a
Apparently, one of the cowboys made it out of there alive and told Ike and Billy Clanton that it wasn't a Mexican who took their father's life that day. They just assumed it was one of the Earps, and that little misunderstanding eventually led to that legendary gunfight at the OK Corral.
Na, siker, és itt most ráadásul meg is szereztem mindent. Egy egész jó játék egyébként, azt hogy mondjam. Egész olyan tetszetős.
A few weeks after that dust up at the OK Corral, I was still after Johnny Ringo.
És ezt automatikusan megkaptam. És akkor most tudok átmenni ide. A legfő része egy csősörétest, én annyira nem érzem nagyon magamévá, úgyhogy... Viszont nekem kell az a gyors újratöltés is. Úgyhogy a puskát, azt én gyakorlatilag kimaxolom. Min van? Puskám? Ott lövetünk. És ennyi.
What exactly did Johnny Ringo do to piss you off?
Well, him and that other bastard.
Roscoe Bob Bryant?
Yep. They both deserve to die, and I promise I'll tell you why. But first I need to tell you about the Cowboys' new boss, Curly Bill Brocious.
Herb's coming!
Get ready, boys. Curly Bill took charge of the Cowboys upon the old man's demise. And after that gunfight at the OK Corral, the Clantons wanted revenge. So they murdered Morgan Earp and grievously wounded his older brother, Virgil.
Meg nem lövök el. Nincs képfegyver.
Wyatt and Doc went on what became known as the Vendetta Ride, hunting those outlaws down. When I showed up, that's who they thought I was.
És értem az új szintet. Én ezzel itt ki is vaxolom a vadász részét. Közelharcoshoz pedig szinte nem nyúlok hozzá, hanem helyette vagy a Rangerre, vagy a Revolverre rámegyünk. Tök jó, megfújja ezért. A puskacsövét, fegyvercsövet.
There were killers around every corner, all wearing red bandanas. That's how the Cowboys identified each other. I was beginning to wish I had one myself. But I wasn't about to let Ringo walk away unscathed. And that's what drove me forward.
They say that Ringo was infernally fast.
I hardly saw anyone faster, boy. Certainly not Wyatt Earp. That man was all hat and no cap.
Lefűrészelt csőrét le tudtam cserélni a fegyveremet.
Herb wasn't much of a match for him, but Doc Holliday might have taken him.
A 6 lövetőt lehetne, hát nyilván nem fogom.
They never charged anyone for the murder of Morgan Earp.
But everybody knew that Curly shot him in the back. That was common knowledge.
Yeah, maybe so. But Ringo had nothing to do with it. He was just being loyal to a friend.
Is that what you call it? Being loyal. Well, to get to that loyal friend, I had to pass by some buzzsaws as big as a man.
Excuse me, sir. I have a question.
What's that, Dwight?
After old man Clanton died, why didn't his son take over the Cowboys?
Because Ike Clanton was dumber than a box of rocks and a yellow belly to boot.
Mert ostoba volt a fia. Egy hülye. Egy nyomor.
Now, where was I?
Taking down the entire cowboy gang single-handed.
Indeed I was, Jack.
Puska az továbbiakban is jó, én vagyok szar. Egyébként. Pedig jó fölment a szorzó. Az árkádból tudom, hogy 4 másodpercnek kell eltelnie. Nem tudom, 4 másodpercen belül kell ölni, vagy ilyesmi, ahhoz, hogy a szorszó akkor így tovább menjen.
Everywhere, piles of lumber, and God knows what else for people to hide behind. That really was one hell of a sawmill. Quite an impressive operation.
Oh. És ott jöttem volna, akkor kapom. De én nem ott jöttem, én körbe jöttem. Nem tudtam, hogy körbe kell jönni.
And where was Curly Bill? Did you see him?
I'm about to get to that, Ben. Patience.
Patience.
I'm painting a picture here. There was this beautiful waterfall and a crystal clear stream that led to
Itt
a
pedig
verdant valley
lehet
that was
az
truly...
ezüst sörétes puskát fölvenni.
What happened next?
Well, finally the bastards that were still alive made a last stand.
Egyébként miért? Ja, már az a sörétes puskára adott az üstöt. Oh. Ez az majd a rendes puskára. Akkor szerintem ezzel itt totálisan végig fogunk menni. Ez már a range és a távolságin. Azt vissza. Mármint, hogyha még van annyi craft a játékban, nyilván akkor.
Curly Bill, Johnny Ringo, and his compadres took off into the lumber yard, and I followed after.
Köszönöm, hogy engedett, hogy játszok egyébként. Most megint jön egy baj? Nem. Hát végül is lehet, csak nem úgy, ahogy...
Cowardice was not in Ringo nor Curly Bill's nature.
No, sir. I never said they were running scared. They just wanted me out in the open.
Time to dance with the devil! You working for Wyatt Earp? Did that sumbitch Earp send you to kill me? Like I killed Morgan Earp.
Erre nem volt szó.
Just gave me no choice but to take his life. But Ringo was
Ez, hogy
nowhere to be found.
előbb lövönt, hogy bekapna egy lövést, hát én erre eléggé tudtam
Didn't kill
mutatkozni.
Ringo because he was found dead in a different location altogether.
To this day, his killer is still unknown.
Indeed. Took me a few months before I finally tracked his ass to West Turkey Creek Canyon.
Megint? És egy golyót kapjam.
That's incredible, sir. I always thought that Doc Holliday was the one that killed him.
Sorry I had to ruin the legend for you, boy. But the legend ain't always true. Doc Holliday had nothing to do with the death of Johnny Ringo.
Hát kettő. Kettő izét találtam meg. Bizbaszkázt.
I was paid a healthy bounty for Ringo and Curly Bill, and realized there was real money to be made. That's why I went after Henry Plummer.
Epizód 3. És hány epizódos?
Now, wasn't he the sheriff who augmented his income by shaking down miners and robbing gold shipments?
That's the one.
Oh, yeah, I remember him. He ran that gang of thieving outlaws called the Innocents.
So it's true that you went toe-to-toe with him?
Indeed I did, son. Indeed I did.
Azt mondja, hogy Call of Juarez, Gunslinger. Igen, megnézem, hogy milyen hosszú. Szeretek tisztában lenni vele, hogy milyen hosszú a játék.
I knew I needed resources if I was going to track down Roscoe Bob Bryant, and hunting Plummer looked like a good way to get rich quick. As the local vigilantes exposed him as the leader of the bandits.
14 epizódos, azt ott elméleg. És most vagyunk a 3-as epizódnál, úgyhogy azért van még benne craft. Oh.
And put a generous price on his head. Plummer rallied his gang to plunder one last gold mine before making their escape. And that's where I thought I'd find him.
Az egyik a titkok megtalálásába segít, a másik meg a kapacitásba.
It makes me nervous standing so close to all these goddamn barrels of gunpowder.
Why would you be nervous? No one has the cojones to come after us. As long as you don't light up a cigar, we're fine.
As my late father pointed out to me more than once, God made men, but Samuel Colt made them equal.
Don't let him get a shut up!
Haltak. És egy titok, lehet cserélni a fegyvereket a shotira. Nem, mert ez az alsó rész és geci nagy. Nem fogjuk körbejárni.
I knew that dynamite wasn't mine, so I decided the polite thing would be to return it.
Viszont ez itt erre ennyi.
It was the biggest gold rush since Sutter's Mill in '48. Unfortunately, prospectors weren't the only ones drawn to those riches. There were thieves, killers,
Az még nem hajt
robbing
bele.
travelers, and hijacking gold shipments. Like those that ran with Plummer. Some were just regular folks I knew from town, drawn by greed and easy pickings. Charlie Crow, the blacksmith.
Hogy mi?
Worked in the stable. Sam and Jeremiah Barber, the butcher's son.
Egy lövéssel végeztem többet.
Ordinary citizens who lived a double life. Stealing and thieving and murdering their neighbors. Of course, the rest were veterans of the Civil War. Stone-cold killers trained on the bloody fields of Shiloh and Antietam. Plummer had a lot of men on his payroll. A hell of a lot.